Hey VIP, this is Chris from Briganti Coins and Collectibles here in New York City, and we're back at it with another VIP exclusive video. Check out the rest of the items. There's info and pricing in the email, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles. Obviously, I wasn't around in 1964 to hear Ed Sullivan introduce the British Quartet to the world, but I can hear that call in my head today as if I was there in 1964. The Beatles autographs are among the most requested of all entertainment autographs we get. And this piece does not upset. It's one of the nicest condition pieces we've ever owned. From the ink and all their autographs to the paper just being nice, clean, free of any distractions. It's just one of those pieces that makes your eyes pop. You'll notice above George Harrison here, we have an inscription which reads the Beatles. That's in George's hand. And then below George, you have John Lennon, Ringo Starr, and Paul McCartney. This piece, again, it's just quality, 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 what we preach here. And it doesn't really get much better than this. Of course, it's authenticated. It's by Frank Chiazzo and JSA. And then we had to pair it with the most iconic photo of the Beatles. Again, that's 1964 being introduced at the Ed Sullivan Theater here in New York City. I hope you enjoy this piece. This is one of my favorite pieces we've ever done.
So keeping it rolling with the rock and roll memorabilia, here we have a Bruce Springsteen signed album cover. This is Bruce's greatest hits record, and you'll see the signature right here, Bruce's iconic autograph on the greatest hits record. Absolutely love this. The imagery is great. So the image was taken from the iconic Eric Miola Born to Run photo shoot. If you guys are Springsteen fans like I am, you're familiar with it. The Born to Run photo shoot, Bruce and Clarence, you know, arm over the shoulder, leather jacket, he's got the Fender, it's just classic Springsteen. Bruce is an iconic signature, probably the most popular rock and roll autograph for modern, musicians today that we get, especially here in New York City. The iconic Broadway show, I was fortunate enough to see a couple times. It was epic. And Springsteen's just great. He's one of our top sellers here. I'll flip it around. You'll see the back. Just the track list is absurd. Again, one of the greatest musicians ever. I'm a little biased, but the track list is awesome. And if you look at it, some of the songs that are missing off of there just shows how good he and the E Street brand are. And just one of our favorite pieces. We could sell it as is, unframed, which is a good look, but sometimes we fan them out with the vinyl and it looks even better. Either way, just an awesome Springsteen autograph.
One of the nicest autographs in the entire hobby is that, of course, of Walt Disney. His autograph is beautiful, it's flamboyant, and you don't see autographs like these today, that's for sure. So you want to take a closer look at it, and it might actually resemble the Disney logo, but the quick story about the logo is that it's actually an artist's rendition of Disney's real autograph. So if you see the logo, it's not his exact autograph, it's actually an artist rendering. Of course, we had to pair this with an iconic photo of Walt himself with the most important creation ever, Mickey Mouse. And what's really cool about this piece is, obviously it's authenticated, but it also had come with this unique card here. And it's an official driver's license at Disneyland's Autopia. And you flip it over here, it's actually dated September 9th, 1955. And that's when, the driver's license was issued. So, it's safe to assume that the autograph came from the person who this card belonged to and probably got it while they were working at Disneyland. But again, one of the nicest autographs in the entire hobby, and of course, the great visionary entrepreneur, Walt Disney. Switching gears a little bit here to historical Americana, this is a Ulysses S Grant campaign pin. So it's called a ferrotype stick pin, and this was to be worn on a lapel, your jacket, a hat, just as a way to advertise for the campaign for his election. So I'm just taking it out of the box here so you get a better look at it. And as you can see, it's a original ferrotype pin. What's remarkable about these pins is this is from the 1868 election or the 1872 election, both of which he won. But what's amazing is the quality of photography back in the day, because in the 1860s, photography was still brand new, and there weren't many photographers out there. So to create something like this, it's just astonishing, the quality and the workmanship that this actually existed, the detail. What you'll also notice about Grant, it says General Grant, and he's in his general's uniform there. Obviously, he's running for president, and they wanted to make the campaign about his successful military career, and that's why they chose that iconic photo. And that's what ultimately got him elected: his success in the Civil War, and of course his military career. So this is a really cool item. I can just imagine someone back in the day putting it on, the lapel or the hat or something. But I love unique stuff like this. It's not just autographs. We love unique old Americana like this.
In the sports collector's universe, these three guys right here are referred to as the Big Three: Joe DiMaggio, Mickey Mantle, and Ted Williams. This is one of the most iconic photos in sports history, and it was taken on April 17th, 1951. Of course, opening day of the iconic season, Mantle making his debut. Obviously, you see right here, you have three signatures, nice and bold in blue ink. And it's, one of the most popular items that we get in the shop. Always a little bit more difficult in the 11 by 14 variety as opposed to the 8 by 10. As I mentioned, it's one of the most iconic images. There's plenty of stories of Mantle talking about this day, how nervous he was, and just how, shaken up he was that he was even being asked to be in a photo with Joe DiMaggio and Ted Williams, who were the two biggest stars of the day, and he's just an 18-year-old kid who's coming up on the scene. Of course, you have the Yankee-Red Sox rivalry as well in here, and Mantle-DiMaggio changing of the guard, 1951. Although they didn't get along well post-retirement, they did win a World Series together in their only season together in 1951. Whether you collect vintage baseball, vintage rock and roll, Americana, either way, we have it all for you this week. We really hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as Chris Burgandy mentioned, if there's anything you like or if you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out directly. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend.